Hello, my name is Javnyuy Joybert. I am a doctoral candidate in business administration with specialization in entrepreneurship and investment with Kesmonds University International in America. This video is part of my doctoral program activities with KIU. Today, we'll be focusing on the course Business Plan Development and Startup Marketing. And note that many of the examples I will share throughout this video from this course will focus on the African marketplace and more specifically in Cameroon. Let's start with the business plan development part of the course. The business plan is the blueprint of your business. Starting a business without a business plan can be very tricky and even sometimes risky. Planning is key to any business activity throughout its existence. Whether the business is 10 years, 20 years old, whatever, planning is very, very important. Every successful business regularly reviews its business plan to ensure it continues to meet its needs. What do I mean? You don't only need a business plan when you want to start a business. You will continuously need the business plan as the business grows. And it is sensible to review current performance of your business on a regular basis and identify the most likely strategies for growth. The business plan for any business will change over time, of course. As the business develops, as the business grows, the business plan will change. And any particular business may have multiple business plans as its objectives change. For example, if you want to expand to a new location, you can write a business plan for that new branch, still for the same business. Meanwhile, there is the main business plan. And most potential investors will always want to see a business plan before they consider funding your business or investing in your business. And many a times when you go to the bank to take a bank loan, many banks will always ask for the business plan of that business. And a business plan plays a key role in allocating resources throughout a business. A good business plan reveals how you will use the money. It could be a bank loan for the business, it could be investment money from an investor. As far as money is coming into the business, a business plan should be good enough to explain how the money will be used for that particular purpose. And you can maximize your chances of success as a business person by adopting continuous and regular business planning cycle that keeps the plan up to date and keeps the business operations up to date. This should include regular business planning meetings with your team, which you can always involve key people in the business. It could be departmental heads, it could be head of projects, it could be key active people that influence your business success directly or indirectly. And the process of writing a business plan can actually do wonders for the business person. Actually, one of the most incredible processes that you can go through as a business person, either you want to start a business or you want to expand the business, is to write a business plan. Why? Because that process of writing the business plan clarifies where you have been and where you would like to be or where you are going to. And a business plan can take many forms depending on the venture. There is no static proven process that all business plans must be like this. It all depends on why do you need the business plan? Who are you writing the business plan for? So to write a business plan, I would recommend that you should make sure that your business plan should have any of the following parts. It should have any of the following parts. Number one is what they call the executive summary. A business plan should start with the executive summary. This is the part whereby most investors always look at. And the executive summary, you can call it your 5-minute elevator pitch. And it can include the background of the business, the market opportunity, the management overview, the team, the competitive advantage, the financial highlights. So basically there are 4 main things that you must cover in your executive summary who you are, what you sell, how big and profitable you can get, and how much money are you looking for if you are writing a business plan to an investor or to a bank. Part 2 of the business plan should be what you can call the business description and the structure. This is where you explain why you are in business and what you are selling. If you sell products, describe the manufacturing process that the product goes through, describe the availability of raw materials, describe how you handle your inventory, how you handle fulfillments to clients, and other operational details that can enable the reader of your business plan to understand your business and the structure. So in this part 2 of the business plan, in this area, you should cover who are the shareholders, if there are any shareholders, where is the company registered, what is the legal structure is important, how long have you been in business, and here you should also talk about the business milestones. Here you can show what has been achieved so far in terms of growth, product launch, number of products sold, and so on. And another part that is important to add in your business plan is to talk specifically about your products and services. The key to writing a good business plan is to talk about your product and services. This section, you need to be very precise about the product and the service that you will sell, the clients you are targeting, and the channel that you will use to target your customers. You should talk about that. And after this section, your reader should start thinking about how big the market is, how crowded the market is, and most importantly, how profitable that market is. The fourth part of a business plan should be market research and strategies. This is very important. This is where you clearly spell out your market analysis. You describe your marketing strategies, including sales forecasts, deadlines, milestones, advertising, publicity, and how you are going to match up against your competition. The objective of the market analysis section is to show the investors that the market is large enough to build a sustainable business. Actually, it's very important. Every investor would like to see how large is this market. Can this market build a sustainable business for the next 5, 10, 15, 20, even 30 years, 100 years, possibly. You need to know who your customers are and why they buy from you. You need to show that despite the competition, there exists a gap in the market where your business will fill that gap. Number 5 that you talk about in a business plan is barriers to entries. Of course, every good business person loves to lead the market share, to own the majority of the market share. Here, the objective is to show to your investors or to the reader of your business plan the risk of having new competitors entering the market. What are the high chances that it is easy for new competitors to come in? What are the high chances that it is not easy? That it helps you, the business person, it helps the investor to actually understand the barriers to entry and how they can lead that particular market. Hence, if you're writing a business plan for a startup, then this section is a bit tricky because you will need to show that you will succeed where others will fail. And even if more people come into the market, you will still succeed and you have strategies laid down. The sixth part that you need to include in your business plan is regulation. Of course, you cannot talk about business without talking about the regulation or the country where you plan to operate or the city where you plan to operate. In this section, you need to detail which regulation is applicable, which ministry is regulating your business, which governmental agency or department is regulating your business, what are the laws and regulations of that sector, and how are you going to comply with these regulations. You should clearly state this part in your business plan. Number 7 is you should talk about the competitive edge of your business. The competitive part of your business plan is where you answer one of the most important questions that every investor always asks, or every business analyst always asks to business owners or entrepreneurs. The most favorite question is, what makes you different from the competition? So you should have a part in your business plan where you talk about your competitive edge to answer this favorite question. What makes you different from the competition? Hopefully You will have laid down the groundwork for this section in the previous part of your business plan, and your analysis of the market in a way that prepares you or the reader or the investor or the bank manager or the account manager to be able to embrace your positioning or understand your positioning and how different you will be in the market. An important part to add in the business plan, of course, is pricing. In order to explain or justify your pricing strategy or how you will price your product, it's important to touch the following areas under pricing. Number one is compare it to your price to your competitors' pricing. What is the current pricing model that your competitors are using? This is where you can talk about that you decide to price above the line, below the line, or in the same line with your competitors. Number two, you should show that you are profitable at that level. If you have chosen a particular pricing strategy, show that you will be profitable with this pricing and explain the rationale behind your pricing. Are you pricing like this because of the cost of production? Are you pricing because of the value your product offers to the users? Are you pricing because of the competitors' pricing strategies? You should be able to help the reader or your investor to understand the reason behind your current pricing strategy. An important part of business plan, that's number 9, is risk and mitigations. Yes, it is important for you to talk about the risk and how you're going to mitigate the risk. The objection of this particular section of risk and mitigation is to enable you or to show your investor or the person reading your business plan to know that you anticipated any objection, you anticipated any risk or any doubt an investor might have about your plan, and you have the ability to deliver it or to counteract these risks and continue to succeed in business. And in this part of the business plan, this is where you have to show 3 important things. That you know the key risk in the business. You have brainstormed, that's number 2, you have brainstormed detailedly about this risk. And number 3, you have laid down a clear contingency plan to measure, to make sure that you are able to counteract this risk or take advantage of this risk if it happens. So there is no business without any risk. But the good news about business risks is that you can always brainstorm a process, a methodology, or a model on how you can take care of this risk should in case it happens. Number 10, which is an important part of every business plan, is the management and the personnel. Yes, management and personnel. This is the part of the business plan whereby you should provide a detailed profile or bios of your company executives, managers, operational team, salespeople, every important person that makes up your business plan or your business or the success of your business. You should be able to talk detailedly about them here, explain their expertise and how they will use their expertise to meet the business goals. Number 11, we spoke about this briefly, where you talk about competition or competitive advantage. Here you have to explain detailedly now who your competitors are, how they are positioned in the market, and what their strengths and weaknesses are. And some of the items you need to cover in this section include the name, the brand of your competitors, how big they are, that is the turnover, number of staff, how much of the market share do they have, which customers are they targeting in your market share, that is customer segments, which segmentation are they focusing on critically. Next is what are the key characteristics of their offerings, what are the key characteristics of their products. So you are talking about the price, the extra services that they are adding to their products so as to meet the needs of their customers or to over-deliver to their customers. Number 12, an important part of the business plan, of course, is the financial part of the business plan. There is no business plan without the financial section of the business plan. This is where you provide the numbers. I always say that grammar does not run a business. Numbers run a business. This way you provide the numbers to back up every grammar you have been writing throughout your business plan. You describe in terms of numbers, and there are some financial statements that help you to communicate this effectively. Here you talk about the profit and loss statement, the balance sheet, your cash flow statement for the next 3 years. The aim of this part is to help your investor or the reader to have a forward-looking projection about the business. There is no problem with you here consulting a finance expert or an accountant to help you develop these financial statements that will help you project your business better. So if you are writing a business plan, you are planning to write a business plan, these are some of the parts that you should consider as far as writing a business plan is concerned. Let's go to the second part of the course, which is how to market a startup. And here I'll be focusing more on how to market a startup with little or no budget, because one thing is very sure: in working with businesses, I have observed that startups will always complain about limited resources, and many of them always ignore marketing and sales part of their business. They focus on product development, product design, innovation, all of that, getting a space, and many of them always pay less attention. They pay less attention to the business. One of the greatest fears of any startup entrepreneur is their business getting lost in the midst of noise. We are in the most chaotic business environment ever. A lot of noise. You are entering into a market where there are already major players, key players, and customers are receiving all kinds of advertisement messages. So there's a lot of noise, and every entrepreneur should be worried. A right-thinking entrepreneur should always ask this question before creating a marketing strategy: what if my business message gets lost in all the noise? What can I do different to ensure that my message, my marketing message, do not get lost in the midst of all the noise? As an entrepreneur, you have no business if you are not effective in marketing and sales. If you don't want to do marketing and sales, business is not for you. Go and get a job or do something apart from doing business. The hard work of running a business is in getting customers who will consistently buy from your business. That is the hard part of running a business. So these are some of the ways that you can market your startup with low budget or even with no money. For the sake, but let's use the word low budget for context. And these are some of the things that I have actually recommended to some of my clients, and I've also used in my own business, and these strategies have actually worked for us. Number one, use what I call the 3 R's: referrals, reviews, and recommendations. Referrals, this is whereby you can ask those who are already buying from you, clients that you already have, to refer you to people, and you can create a reward system for this referral. You can tell clients that, okay, if anybody come buy from us and using your name, next time you come to buy, we're going to give you 20% discount. Create a referral system or a reward system for that. Reviews. Ask your clients to write reviews about your business. They can go on their blog, they can go on their Facebook page, on your Instagram page, and write good reviews about your business. They can even do a video talking about how they purchase from your business and the good experience that they have. Recommendations. Ask your clients to recommend your services or your products to their family members, to their friends, to their colleagues, and so on. Use the key in succeeding in the 3 R is open your mouth and ask. Don't assume that they know what to do. Tell your clients that you want them to review your services, you want them to recommend you. Ask them. Open your mouth and ask. They always say a closed mouth is a closed destiny. Open your mouth and ask. Number 2 is social media marketing. Social media is a key component as far as marketing for startup is concerned, because you don't pay to create a Facebook page, you don't pay to create a Twitter page, you don't pay to create an Instagram page, so it's free. So one thing to succeed as far as social media marketing is to have the skill of social media marketing. You don't have to be on all social media platforms as far as marketing is concerned. You just need to be in the platform that best fits your business or the target market. There are some businesses that they can market on Facebook and they cannot market on Instagram. So start creating content, and the heart of social media marketing is creating content that target your customers in a way that they connect with that content and react to it. Number 3 is email marketing. Yes, make your customers the focus of email marketing. And for you to succeed in email marketing, you must have emails. So what you need to do, you can create a system that can enable you to collect emails, and of course, let the users, let the customers know that, or let the prospects know that you are collecting these emails, and you'll be reaching out to them with new products, new services, or remind them about your products and services. And the heart of email marketing is to make sure that the emails are customer focused, they are personalized, and you are not spamming them without anyhow. So make sure you plan for that. Next is SMS marketing. It's almost like email marketing, the same model, but it can be shorter. It is customer focused. You must of course have numbers, right? You must have numbers. One of the best ways to get emails and numbers that you can use email and SMS marketing is attend events. Attend events, have a stand in your event, and as people visit your stands, you can ask them to write their names, fill in their emails and their phone numbers, and of course, again, make sure that their privacy is respected. You will not share these emails, and let them know the purpose of why you're collecting these emails. Some will accept to give you their emails and some will not. Number 5 is blogging. Blogging is very important. It's an important part of marketing. Hosting a blog on your website, or if you don't have money yet to have a website, create a free blog on WordPress or Blogspot and so on. This will give you some space to tell people about your products, the stories, and how people are reviewing your product, recommendations, referrals, and so on. But blogging is very important for your business. It's a good way to market your products for free. Number 6 is partnerships. Yes, partnerships are very important, and they are one of the most easiest ways that you can get your business to more people. Partner with a business that complements yours, and you guys can weather the storm together. One of the entrepreneurs did this partnership a few weeks back, or a few days back, and she runs a shoe brand, that is, she makes her own shoe. And during this period of Valentine's Day, where people give out gifts, she partnered with a gift shop that gives out gifts, and part of their package, part of the gift package is that they get her shoes and they make up part of their package and they promote on social media. So let's say that a girlfriend wants to buy some gifts for the boyfriend. Instead of just buying perfumes, that the gift shop already has perfumes, she adds the shoes that she makes the perfume package, and they promote perfume and the shoe, and that enables a larger market, larger exposure, and sales definitely happens when that is happening. So look at another business, another entrepreneur that complements your business, partner with them, and have a better market share. Number 7 is create local awareness. What do I mean? You can move door to door and talk about your product. You can talk about it in your church. You can talk about it in your meeting groups. You can even ask your mom to talk about it in her women's meeting groups. Just anywhere that there are human beings, either you go talk there, or you can ask somebody to talk about your business in any local area. It's very important. Don't sit and complain you don't have customers, meanwhile you are not talking about this. There is something I always tell my clients to do, especially startup or SME, small and medium-sized enterprise. There is something I call North, West, East, and South marketing strategy. So I always give them this target. Simple. Make sure that this is your business location. I always tell them, make sure that 100 people up north know that you exist, you're in that area. That means the next 100 houses, move from door to door. Tell them about what you are doing in your location. The aim is to make sure that 400 people surrounding your area know that you exist. Move door to door, office to office in that area. Present your product, share flyers, If you can give them to try for free, give them what they call freemiums. Give them to try. The aim here is that let 400 people around you, 100 this way, 100 this way, 100 down, know that you exist in that particular location. That is local awareness. Number 8 is networking. Networking. It sounds simple, but establishing new connections increases your chances of making sales. If you want to make more sales, make sure that you are always connecting to new people. The more new people you know, the high chances you are going to have more customers who are asking about your product, and definitely you'll be able to make sales of the products or the services that you're making. So networking is vital as far as business is concerned. So as you market your business, make sure that you're customer focused, you're personalizing your messages, and you always attach interesting offers in your marketing messages. Thank you so much for following, and see you in the next video.